Hey, I'm back. It's me again. Back. Matt's not home and I have laundry that I'm hanging up to surprise him. So when he gets home, he's like, oh babe, I can't believe you did this. Now I can relax and I feel good because he deserves that right now. He's having a hard time. And I was playing some Disney music before to get me, motivated in the mood. Then I was like, oh, can I play that in the video? I just wanted Disney music whilst I was doing it. But then I looked it up and they're like, yeah, Disney can full mute your video and get your video taken down. And I was like, fuck. So hypothesis, can one both film and listen to Disney at the same time? And the results found that I can put headphones in and listen to Disney music and film at the same time. So you can't hear it, but I can hear it, and that's what I need. If you want to put someone in the background, do that. Because I'm in Disney World right now. And you're just watching some dude on a camera. Under the sea. Why would you? Oh, I didn't need to put this on a fucking rack. Essential things you have to make time for, which means I have not so much time tonight to make my bulk meal, which means I probably won't make my bulk meal, which means I'm going to have Macca's again for lunch tomorrow because at work I've got nothing else. Well, that's a lie. I have lots of other things, but they all cost a bit more money, like restaurants and stuff, and Macca's is quite cheap, and I don't have much money at the moment. I don't know where it's gone. I think it's the psych. I've been seeing a psych. If you can't tell. But yeah, the psych is so expensive, so I've been cancelling. It's so funny because he gave me antidepressants, which I'm actually really glad to go on because everyone in my family's on them. It's obviously genetic. Something's going wrong, and I'm just really curious to see if they'll work because I don't feel stereotypically depressed, I guess, but I was getting physical symptoms like brain fog and blurry vision and all this stuff, and my GP was like, yeah, you should probably get some grief counselling for your mum. I don't mean to laugh, but just because of how ridiculous it is that I've waited 4 years before I actually spoke to someone about her death. So there's a few things going on in my brain, and the move to Sydney and the travel, and is this really what I want to do with my life? And just that crisis keeps going on. So I just over the past year have developed this lack of motivation whatsoever, but I still have all the ambition. I still have all these dreams that I know I can do and want to do. I want to do a PhD and all that stuff. But there's something that's just making it really difficult to make that change. And I feel like the antidepressants are sort of lifting that, which is really cool. Anyway, the point of that was that the psych is so expensive. And in Australia, you can go on a mental health plan and get 10 free sessions. But to go on a mental health plan, I think you need to be diagnosed depressed, or at least my GP said that I ticked all the boxes, but she was like, I'm going to send you to a psych. I think between mum's death and my last job, which was terrible, the worst job I think I'll ever do in my entire life. Kelsey knows, Kelsey's watching. I think those two things and the stress of moving to Sydney and stuff, it flipped. It's called epigenetics. Your genes can flip according to stresses and stuff. That's why people can, express diseases later in their life and all that kind of stuff. Your mind is just super important, and it's the first thing that I focus on. Doing the physical as well, because I know working out, it's good for you. So I've been doing that. I'm literally trying all these things. I want my life to be the best it can be. I want to be the best that I can be. So yeah, I was just maybe it's just a chemical genetic thing that I can't help. I just need to get medication just like a diabetic needs their insulin. It's chemicals, I can't go up there and, use serotonin, you bloody stay in that synapse a little bit longer than you have been, please. It's such a shame about the stigma, and I think that's going away, especially with my generation and the younger generations. The stigma is gone, and that's sick. That's so good because mental health is ridiculously important, and I think that's driving a lot of what's happening in the world. Just people's mental health is just I don't know. And there's this oh my god, my shirt ripped. Actually, it's kind of fashion, isn't it? It's kind of stylish. That's going to be in December. Going to wear that to the beach. Get a tan just there. Yeah, everyone's in a mental health crisis, and I think a lot of people, I think we've adapted to getting rid of the stigma because everyone just needs to talk about it because we're all feeling the same things and everyone's realizing it. But yeah, I don't like to keep my emotions in. Ask Matt. I'm such an open book. But you take pride in your emotions, it's so nice to be human. It's so nice to feel emotions, whether they're shit or not. It's just about appreciating life and being happy to breathe. Me, going to a psych is the best thing for me, the worst thing for the psych. Or maybe the best thing, I don't know. Depends if you like me or not, but it's pretty much I love an opportunity to speak when people are listening and they just, he has to listen. I really like him, he's really good. And he brings his dog in, and his dog's name's Willie. So funny. So many Willy jokes in that room. I just don't like ugly crying in front of people, but I know I have to do it. I have to do this grief counselling. It's something else I need to check off, along with getting an allergy test and a sleep study. Just trying to figure out little things. I'm just doing all these things slowly to see if I can become the best person I can be. I don't think it's hypochondria, not yet anyway. But no, I've got Matt and he's a doctor. So little things like, Matt, what's this mole on my back? Is it cancer? I'm pretty sure it's cancer, Matt. What is it? He tempers my mind and he's just like, no, babe. And I'm like, are you fucking sure? Are you like, and I'm like, oh, I get this pain in my chest though. Is that normal? Does everyone get a pain in their chest? Like it's where my heart is. Is it angina? Am I having a heart attack? I'm not really sure. There's nothing buzzing. And he's like, babe, everyone gets that. It's fine. I get it sometimes. And I'm like, oh, sick. Okay. But do you get it this bad? Like it's really painful. It's seriously like that. So he's a trooper for putting up with me. So yeah, psych's good. Been going to a physio because I've got a pain in my back. Once again, not a hypochondriac. These are all legit things. And I've started doing, mindfulness. I've only got a few, like maybe 2 more minutes to talk before it cuts out. I watched that Netflix series with Vox Explained, like The Mind Explained, and they do an anxiety episode and like a mindfulness episode, and they're all really, really good. I binged watched it all, which is only like, I think 2 hours, 20 minutes each, 6 episodes. But the anxiety one was just like, it was such an eye-opener, and just like the people that they got to speak in that one and the mindfulness one, and the way they demonstrated like the potential of actually, you know, trying to take control of your stress and your brain and all that kind of stuff and your emotions, and like it showed people who had sort of mastered that, and it was so impressive and just incredible. And my mum used to do mindfulness. She did like cognitive behavioural therapy because she worked like at a women's refuge, like helping women who'd been like domestically abused or something like that, or didn't have a place to go and had kids, and she would help them find new places and rent, and she would help them with their lives and stuff. Amazing woman. That was after she used to, you know, foster kids, take care of people with disabilities, like at their homes and stuff every day. Like amazing person, love my mum, miss her. You're a part of me, I'm you. So she's still here. Yeah, so she used to do mindfulness, and she used to get me to sort of do stuff like hold an ice cube, and you sort of have to live, you're in that moment feeling the reaction of your nerves to the ice cube and stuff, and it's just about centering your mind, like just like focusing on your senses like actively, so you're in the present moment. And the more you do it, it's hard, but the more you do it, just force yourself to do it, even if it feels like you're doing it wrong, like it helps. And it just like, it feels nice. So mindfulness has been really good. I'm trying to do it properly, and like just when on the walk to work, because I walk like half an hour there and back, so I'm just like mindfulness, like just like feel the wind on me, listen to the sounds, appreciate, I like pretend I'm in sort of virtual reality and just like try and appreciate life as if it's virtual reality. I'd recommend looking into mindfulness. I'm trying to get Matt to do it, but you know, it's pretty difficult. He doesn't listen to me. I know what's best. He doesn't listen. I'm going to tell him when he gets home. I'm going to say, mindfulness, you've been doing your mindfulness today? Because I did it all day. This is going to go flat, but wow, what a video. Sick. All right, bye.